These are all the characters and their interpreters from the live action of Avatar The Last Airbender on Netflix. Get ready to find out who each of the faces are that we will see giving life to the characters of this legendary series in its Netflix adaptation, which is very close to its premiere. That is why we are going to show you the entire cast, and we will classify how do they look good. In what other series or movie have we seen these actors? How similar are they to their animated characters? And how many cabbages could I receive? We start with those we already know and saw with their costumes in the series. Aang will be played by Gordon Cormier, who I think fits the role of Aang perfectly. Physically, they look very similar, and we had the opportunity to see him with his clothes. He previously played Joe in the series The Stand, but the young actor is just starting his career. For the bald boy and protagonist of the series, there will be 5 out of 5 cabbages. The Prince of the Fire Nation will be played by Dallas Liu, someone who doesn't seem that similar to the original character to me, but who does have a vibe to him, and I think we'll have to see him act to really understand that he is Zuko. We saw Dallas in Shang-Chi as Katie's brother, and it was even rumored that he could become the new Iceman of the MCU. He also participated in Tekken 2009, legendary Dudas, among others. For now, we are going to give him 3 out of 5 cabbages and see how familiar Zuko looks to us when we see him act. Katara will be played by this actress with a name that I don't know exactly how to pronounce. She appeared in Anne, with an E, The Little Warrior, and Rutherford Falls. Although for me, it was one of the worst photos we saw in the previews of the series. Physically, she looks quite similar to Katara, so we will give her about 4 out of 5 cabbages. Sokka, the Boomerang Master, was criticized for having a physical resemblance more to his actor on Ember Island than to the real creator of boomerang bending. But in my opinion, he looks quite similar to the animated version of him. We met Ian in 13 Reasons Why, and he also participated in Young Sheldon. I'm going to wait until I see him perform to give him the last one, but I think that about 4 cabbages would do him very well. Azula participated in Year One and Someone in Queens. She is someone who made a lot of noise to many, and as I mentioned in other videos, they could have chosen another option for the cast, but I don't dislike it. I think like many of the characters, we're going to have to see it in action to see if they manage to represent their animated counterpart, since outside of aesthetics, her way of being and character defines them much more. For now, it will be 3 cabbages for Azula. Iroh is, in my opinion, one of the best that we will see in this video. Being represented by this man that we saw in The Mandalorian, I think the role looks excellent on him, and in the photo with his clothes even better. Without a doubt, 5 cabbages just like his brother, leader of the Fire Nation Shang Tsung. The Fire Lord Ozai, who we met in Lost, and as a detective in Hawaii 5. But we may also have seen him in The Good Doctor, Spider-Man 2, Star Trek, among many others. In my opinion, it is one of the best photos we had of this new adaptation, so he gets the 5 cabbages from him. We have the last character that we could see photos of already with his Fire Nation clothes. Representing Admiral Zhao, Ken Leung looks pretty good in my opinion. For now, he takes the 3 cabbages from him. We continue with characters that we have not yet seen with costumes and photos. Starting with Ty Lee, who we could see in Ato All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You, and The Babysitter's Cub. I think she is quite similar to her animated version. We could already see her silhouette out of focus in the background of Azula's photo, and apparently her costume will be very faithful to the series. In my opinion, Ty Lee deserves 4 out of 5 coals. Mai, voice actress in Raya and the Last Dragon, and participating in Little Again, is played by Thalia Tron, who, in my opinion, is not at all similar to Mai, mainly because of the shape of her face, which is much more rounded compared to Mai's, which is literally a triangle. We'll see how she does on the screen, but for me, she will only take 1 cabbage. June, played by Arden Cho, known for Race to Success in Teen Wolf. At least in this photo, she looks very similar, so she gets my 5 cabbages. The actress who plays Suki has only appeared in short films, so she is not as well known. I think she is very similar to the animated version of her, and I can't wait to see her with her Kyoshi warrior makeup. She takes her 4 of 5 cabbages. It is difficult to imagine the actress who plays Yue with white hair, known for Legion, Predator, among several other film and television films. I think this character can go very well or very badly, depending on her clothing and her hair. For now, taking the risk, I leave you the 4 cabbages of hers. Paku will be played by a Martinez, who has a great career at 75 years old and has appeared in many TV soaps. I think these two are extraordinarily similar, which is why they get my 5 cabbages. We will leave Gran his 3 cabbages, and we will also give Kuruk his 5 cabbages, since I think the actor is identical to the water avatar. Yvonne Champman, who in this version will be, as she described, the Avatar's mentor, appeared in several series including Kung Fu. This one, like the rest of the past avatars, she looks very good, so I leave her 5 cabbages. To complete Aang's past lives, Roku, played by C.S. Lee, who we saw in Dexter and The Sorpanos, takes his 5 cabbages. Let's remember that we were already able to see Avatar Roku's beard in a leak. We reached the final stretch with Sozin, played by this actor, who in this photo doesn't look that similar. But in other photos, he has that evil face of the former Fire Lord, so he gets the 4 cabbages from him. Bumi, who we saw his interpreter in Free Guy recently, looks quite similar, although obviously much younger. Let's also leave him the 4 cabbages of him. We continue with those who we were able to see in the air temples in the series. Gyatso with 3 of 5 cabbages, the Mechanist, who we know from Community, with 4 cabbages, and Tio, his son, with 3. If it's cabbages, the cabbage merchant, who participated in Jackie Chan's adventures, takes his 5 cabbages just to inspire this scale. And finally, we have Joel Montgrand, who plays Hakoda, and for now, I'll give him about 3 cabbages. Because having long hair and a beard doesn't make him the same as Sokka and Katara's father. We also have photos of some secondary characters that we will find doing a final classification of cabbages with 3 of the Liberators that we were already able to see. Longshot with a very clear 5 cabbages. Jet with a very clear 5 cabbages. The Duke with a very clear 5 cabbages. And Smellerbee with a very clear 4 cabbages. And to you who think who is the actor most similar to his character and who is the least similar, let me know in the comments. We will be seeing each other next week with more videos, and stay tuned for tomorrow when we may have the first trailer.